go.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Masters Fantasy Show, brought to you by MastersFantasyFootballLeagues.com. As always, joined by the Masters crew, two of my good friends, senior draft coordinator here on our podcast specialist, Dynasty Owl, the Doc. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Doing great.
Great, yeah.
Yeah, good to have everybody back in the office. Dynasty Owl, fresh back from vacation.
Oh, yeah.
A married man now.
Got rings.
Wow.
Not quite as
Showed
good
off.
as a Super Bowl ring, but yeah.
Glad to have
maybe
you.
we don't show the misses this
Yeah.
video, huh?
Yeah, maybe not.
I don't think she watches these. We'll find out.
Yeah, we got to get on her, man. We need
Yeah.
likes and subscribes
Yeah,
here.
what's
so.
going on?
With that said, though, man, thanks so much for watching. If you could, hit the like and subscribe button. Come be a part of the Masters family. Love to have you. Got a really interesting episode for you guys today. These guys don't even know what we're getting ready to talk about. I was doing a little bit of research the last couple days. Found this really neat, man. The last 3 years in fantasy football, the number one quarterback has been a guy that you could get after round 8 for the last 3 years. I'm just taking you back. We got 2018, Patrick Mahomes. 2019, Lamar Jackson. Last year, Josh Allen. All guys, number one quarterbacks, man. All guys that you could have had in the second half of your draft. So, just got me thinking, man, is that possible this year? Looking at the last 3 years, absolutely it's possible. So I wanted to kick it over to you guys. Not to put you on the spot, man, but I'm looking for a quarterback that's getting drafted in the second half of the draft that can do what these three guys did the last 3 years. Floor's all yours. Take a moment if you need it to.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, Baker Mayfield.
Baker
Ooh.
Mayfield.
Baker
Okay.
Mayfield.
So I don't know where his ADP is right now.
There's no way he finishes one, but I do think he'll way outperform where he's being drafted. If that counts.
And I'll just back that up. It doesn't actually have to be in the second half of the draft.
Okay.
Just a guy that's not being drafted in the top, 6, 7, 8 quarterbacks. Because I actually have a couple that come to mind. I think could finish at one this year.
Yeah. So I've got one where, obviously namesake, he's the GOAT, but Tom Brady, he doesn't get drafted that high in fantasy drafts, and rightfully so. But also, you look at the weapons in the supporting cast, I think we're going to see a Peyton Manning-like year when, Peyton had Demaryius Thomas and some of those weapons. I feel like Tom Brady is just maybe going to have the best statistical year of his career. And if so, could be QB1.
Yeah, I think it's a great take, man. Tom Brady wasn't even the guy I was actually thinking about, but, all the weapons down there in Tampa, Tom Brady's the freaking GOAT, man. I definitely think Tom is a guy that could possibly finish at one this year. I'll toss out one of the guys I think that's being drafted in the second half. Two guys that come to mind for me. One of them is Joe Burrow, which, I don't think anybody's looking at Joe Burrow as if he can finish as the number one quarterback. I don't think anybody was looking at any three of these guys as they could finish as the number one quarterback either. Right. So I'll toss Joe Burrow in the ring as one of the guys I'm thinking that could do it. Anybody come to your mind, Doc?
Honestly, and we've almost seen it before, but Jameis Winston.
Jameis is another guy, yeah.
I have a feeling the Saints are going to be in positions where Jameis is going to have to sling the ball around, and I think realistically, Taysom Hill is much better for that team when he's not the starting quarterback. So I think that's ultimately what they'll end up doing, having him maintain that kind of wildcat, gadget play role, and Jameis Winston comes back, and I don't think you can make a case much better than Jameis to say, he's kind of been there, done that, and he's kind of worked on some things and had a couple years behind Drew Brees and with Sean Payton. It could be the best Jameis Winston we've ever seen, which statistically, just from a fantasy perspective, would be pretty impressive.
Yeah, I can see Jameis doing it too. Funny, right before the show, I was talking to John Beese. He asked me if I thought it was going to be Jameis or Taysom. I actually told him, and I've been all along saying that is Jameis for sure.
Right.
Looking at that offense, looking at the weapons they have on offense, I'm starting to lean towards Taysom and kind of Sean Payton going with like a gadget type of offense.
Yeah.
I think that may be their best shot. I don't know, though. Remains to be seen.
I would kind of love to see like Jameis as the starter, but then a heavy dose of like wildcat type
I can see that.
where, like almost a 2 QB system, but obviously get Taysom in there for some of those read option type plays.
Right, and I'm going to toss one other guy out there that I think is possible that you can put his name on the list. I know neither one of you guys are big fans of him. And I think we've compared him to Lamar Jackson this year.
I like where you're going with this because I agree.
I think
yeah,
Jalen
yeah.
Hurts, man, is a guy that, and I get it, man, but if I'd have told you 3 years ago Patrick Mahomes was going to finish one, in 2019, if I'd have said Lamar Jackson was going to do it, and even last year, if I'd have told you Josh Allen was going to be the number, I mean, you'd have looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, man, when I look down that list, is a guy, with the rushing yards, the improved, bring in Devontae Smith.
Right.
If Miles Sanders can get on track, he's another guy that I'm looking at could possibly do it. I know it's a stretch.
Yep.
It's happened 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Right. No, I actually like it a lot. I was even kind of thinking it early on, but because I've been down on him, I didn't even want to say it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you could make a case for it. And kind of same train of thought, especially after, week 1 of the preseason, not to jump too early. But even a guy like Justin Fields, I mean, if he gets, as a day 1 starter for week 1 with the rushing upside, the weapons around him, there's a legit shot. I mean, is it likely? No, but there's a chance.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm thinking for me it's Jalen Hurts, man. And the reason is because as you said it, you've been down on Jalen all year. You were the same way with Josh Allen last year.
Yeah,
So to me, it's like the perfect recipe.
Yeah.
Like, all right, guys, just wanted to pass that along. Actually,
that's very true.
I know.
Yeah.
I thought it was an interesting stat. 2018, 19, and 20. That could happen again this year. Want to throw a couple guys we thought could be contenders to come out of nowhere and finish number 1 at quarterback. As always, thanks so much for watching. If you could, hit the like and subscribe button. Look for a place to play fantasy football. Redraft leagues 7 days a week. Dynasty leagues are currently filling. Love to have you. So what are you waiting for? Sign up. Come be a part of the Masters family. Any last words, guys?
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.